What up, world? How we doing? Thursday morning, words of encouragement. Hey, shout out to everybody that's watching the videos, liking the videos, and commenting. You guys are truly the reason that I keep doing these. Because I'm a really happy person on the inside, and I have a lot of thoughts that I can just keep internal. But knowing that this is helping, that's a cool perspective. Today I wanted to title this video, Put in the Work. Just put your head down and grind. And I say that because there was a comment that I saw yesterday where a woman said that her husband said he was tired of living in this evil world. And, you know, I think a lot of us are right there. We look around and we see all the evil things that are transpiring. But for myself personally, I've learned to walk with God. And it's like, you know, walking through the flames and not feeling the heat. And it took me time to get there. This wasn't an overnight thing. But with consistency, it's paying off. Kind of like lifting weights, eating healthy. Anything you do consistently is going to play a positive or negative role in your life. And one of the books that helped me grow was Man's Search for Meaning. And in that book, it talks about the only thing you really got control of is your mindset, you know, how you feel. The external world can be falling apart. I believe the story is about a man that's in a concentration camp, but he kept faith, and he was optimistic about the future. And I'm making this video right now as I'm driving to a job I really don't care for, but I'm optimistic about what's coming in the next 3, 5, 10 years for myself. So I'm going to put in the work right now because I know the future holds something bright for me. And you right now, you know what you want to manifest into your future. Don't let the negativity of the world stop you from working to become the best version of yourself. I tell my children I would rather be 30 minutes early than to be 5 minutes late. Because we all are walking resumes and first impressions matter, whether you like that or not. And on the other side, I know that no matter how hard you work, no matter how great of an employee you are, the job won't care. They just gonna expect more out of you. If you was to drop dead today, they will hire somebody to replace you tomorrow. But it's not about pleasing the job. It's not about pleasing anybody in this world. It's about serving that spirit. And that spirit knows what you're capable of. So no matter how much the world rejects you or neglects you, you continue to put in the work. Because God can open doors that no man can shut. So keep going. Whether that's working on your body, working on your mental health, starting your own business, writing your first book, whatever you want in your life, it's possible and it's a reality. And it's not a lot of places that you can turn in the physical world and find hope. One place you can always turn is that Bible, though. And it's so many things in there that can uplift you or motivate you or inspire you. And then you can share that with the people around you. Like, no matter how negative my day is at work, I can't share that energy with my children, with my wife. No matter how negative my day was, I still got to be in the stands of my daughter's volleyball games and soccer games to support her. My youngest daughter, her sleep is off schedule, and she'll wake up at 2 a.m., 3 a.m., 1 a.m., 4 a.m. sometimes. Just because I'm tired, it's never a reason for me to be frustrated with my baby girl. It's my job to be there, to be the daddy she needs, and to be strong. And it's a lot on the shoulders of men in this world. I think back to when I was 13, 14, and I hella took my daddy for granted. Because I didn't understand everything that he was going through. Going to a job that barely pay you enough, figuring out what bill you're gonna pay. And if I put something on this, can I make it a payment arrangement on that? I understand now when my parents had to put our PlayStation and our TVs in and out the pawn shop so much when we was a kid. They were just trying to make it happen. And though I'm living on a better frequency than my parents, you know, doing better than some in the world, doing a lot worse than others, I've still learned to be happy through the journey, because that's all it's about, is the journey. You know, whether you somebody that's living paycheck to paycheck right now, or you snap your fingers and you got $500 million, you still the same you. So what type of spirit do you have? What type of morals do you have? What's your character like? Because money ain't gonna change it. It's just gonna amplify it. So I challenge all my men in the world, protect your heart. That's Andre 3000. Protect your heart, 3 stacks, protect your heart. But overall, man, like this world, it wants you to throw in the towel. It wants you to quit. And I just believe that we all are God's soldiers, men of the world. That's why they're trying to break us so much. Put on the armor of God, and whatever they throw at you, knock it down. I'm not saying you won't get frustrated. I'm not saying you won't get angry. I'm just saying don't quit. Don't let this world win. You know what you're capable of. And there's so many dope men in this world. I've always said, man, you put a man of every race in a room together, we're going to have so much in common. Don't let us get to talk about women and children and going to work and all that. We can even be talking about entrepreneurship, man. We're going to have a lot in common. But they want to keep the conversations real low vibrational. You put a black billionaire, a white billionaire, a Chinese billionaire in the room, and the last thing they is talking about race. But for the ones that's trying to get to the top, they want you distracted with the petty things that don't really matter. And it'd be dope to have worldly conversations about metaphysics, quantum physics, any of those theories. But they just want you broken, with anxiety, with depression, taking this new pill. And I'm not saying some people don't need those things. I'm just saying do your best to gain full control of you. Because I remember when I looked out for validation in the world. I remember when I looked for approval in the world, and it's like I never could get it. No matter how nice the car was, or how good a shape I got in, or how many girls I was able to sleep, I still didn't feel the validation was good enough. But when I realized that I was already perfect in God's eyes, it gave me a different sense of peace. I'm not out trying to keep up with the Jones, or I don't care who got the nicest car. I don't know what Jordan's released this weekend. I can't tell you not one song on Drake's new album. I'm just Johnny. And it's too many people on the internet that they try to play a character. You know, start a faceless YouTube automation channel and make 6 figures in 30 days, you know. Take this pill and in 2 weeks you'll have 6-pack abs. All of us know it's all cap, bro. We all try to make something out of nothing. We are a product of the parents we were born to. I just happen to be born to some hood babies. So I'm learning to get out of the situation. And to anybody who was born into a negative situation, you can overcome it. And your negative situation ain't always got to be born into the hood. You could have been born in the suburbs to some rich people, and they put some ridiculous expectations on you that made you start drinking, that made you start smoking, that made you quit on life. See, the more I get to talk to you people on YouTube, I realize we so unique, we so diverse. But the one thing we all seek is love, acceptance, companionship, friendship, somebody to laugh with. And so when you see a lot of that negative energy, or anger, man, that's just broken people. That's how they feel on the inside. If hurt people can hurt people, heal people can heal people. And you gotta let the dead bury the dead, because you're gonna be throwing out healing energy and people gonna reject it. You know, it's an old quote, I can't remember who it's by, but it says, before you heal someone, you got to ask them, are they willing to give up the things that made them sick? A lot of people don't want to give up their vices. A lot of people are slaves to lust, slave to pleasure. And an idle mind is the devil's work. And so if you got to work a job all day that you hate, the first thing you do when you get out is you want to mentally disconnect. Or I got a football game for you. I got a beer for you. I got OnlyFans. I got a bunch of things that make you not want to engage at a deeper level to reach your higher self. And you got to make time for yourself. Creation is how you break free out of this thing. Create and give something to the world. And that's why the world tries to keep you so busy and so distracted, so you never look at yourself and realize you are the creator. You come from the creator. All of us do. So find time to create something, whether it's 10 minutes a day to write some affirmations, to write a little poem. There's an abundance of things that you can do that you never know the material wealth that will come from them in due time. Because the day you plant the seed isn't the day you eat the fruit. So it's a lot of people right now grinding, and ain't seeing no benefit of it. I understand completely. I promise I do. But understand, when it's your time to shine, it's your time to shine. And no one can stop it. No one can delay it. And that's why you got to have faith. You got to trust the process. Every man gets tested with patience. When I was younger, I didn't have no patience at all. And especially in this society where we live in a microwave society, put it in there, press 30 seconds, and it's done. The relationship don't work, I can swipe and find another one. The job don't work, I can swipe and find another one. If I don't like this video, I can swipe and look for another one. All my men know what happens when you stick with something and you work at it day in and day out, day in and day out. You go in the gym and you don't even think about grabbing them 75-pound dumbbells. You gravitate to the 10s and 20s. But with consistent effort, before you know, you putting up them 75s and them 80s. Everything is possible with consistency. But this world, it don't want you to be consistent. It wants you to quit. You're easier to control that way. And in a time like this, where there's so much uncertainty, the one thing that you should be certain on is that what you're able to produce in this world, and if God is for us, it don't matter who against us. Like, you cannot let society put you in a state of fear. In every negative situation, no matter how bad it is, I promise there's something that can come from it, but you got to be able to slow down and look at it that way. And life really wants to speed you up. I mean, we all are taking in an abundance of information on a daily basis. And your intellectual property is very valuable. So if you would guard your body, guard your mind. Don't allow all these random things to seep into your subconscious. Watch your thoughts like a movie. Why am I thinking about that? Where'd that come from, man? That happened when I was in the 7th grade. What? That wasn't a movie. You know what I mean? Just really process what you're thinking about instead of just accepting everything as truth. Because thoughts are things. Prentice Mulford told us that. And anything the mind can conceive and believe it can achieve. So what are you thinking about? What are you dwelling on? Whoever dwells in the shelter of the Most High, you know, they Gucci. So I'm dwelling on the spirit. Because if I'm comfortable in the shelter of the Most High, then my wife got somewhere to lay her head and it's peaceful. My children, when they come up to me and give me a hug, it's peaceful. If the interactions that I have in the world, you get to watch this video, the energy is peaceful. But if I'm not confident with myself, how can I give that to the world? Well, better yet, how can I authentically give that to the world? There's a lot of people who can fake this and fake that, but energy is one thing that you cannot fake. It's real. And when you experience somebody's energy, you get to see what type of person they really are. And I want to just share this calm spirit with the world. There's a lot of different energies being put out by the mainstream media. And a lot of them are low vibrational. And Feeling is a Secret by Neville Goddard is another book that you should check out, man. Like I said, it's millions and millions of books that are valuable on this journey called life to help your enlightenment. And 9 times out of 10, those books are all gonna lead you back to one book. You know what that is. The book that people say they don't read, that they don't believe in. And the goal is never to be a preacher or a politician or any of that. It's to help you become the best version of yourself and understand that you are connected to the source. And if you're connected to the source, why do you need outside approval or validation? Spirit is perfect, therefore you are perfect. And every day you let go of your negative habits, your lustful desires, your low vibrational thoughts, you ascend and you get closer and closer to what you were created for in your higher self. And that's the goal of life for all of us. You know, your art will outlive you. You will leave Earth, but in 100 years from now, whatever you create will still be here. So make sure it's something meaningful. I mean, you can look back and you can have a song called WAP, or you can have a book titled Self-Reliance. You know, the choice is yours on what you put out, man. But energy is real. I love you all. Have a super mega awesome day. Never be too proud to pray. Smile, be happy, be happy, be happy, be happy, and stay in a state of gratitude because blessings are always, always, always on the way. Let me get in this job and clock in. I'm out. Peace.